because we're getting recipe number 3 with Laura's Gourmet Granola. And this time we are making some cookies. And I don't know why you made me wait until the very end, but you did. And so now we're going to talk about this recipe right here for this thing.
Because I'm evil, that's why.
I think so. A little streak of meanness.
Yes, a little streak. So yeah, so this we've definitely been having granola palooza today, and so I thought we'd finish with the cookie because that's dessert, right?
Yeah, okay. I see
kind
where
of
you're
had
going.
breakfast,
Yeah,
then
breakfast.
we had lunch, and now we're having dessert.
Oh, okay.
There was method to my
There was,
madness.
yeah.
Yes, it's the
It wasn't all
granola. Exactly, exactly. So this is a honey roasted peanut crunch cookie.
Okay.
And I always tell people that honey roasted peanut crunch tastes like a cross between a peanut butter cookie and peanut brittle, but with a conscience, because all my granolas are actually lower in sugar and fat than a lot of the granolas on the market.
Okay.
So you can have it and feel good about it. So a little bit of cookie making 101 here. I have unsalted butter in my bowl, and I've just gone ahead and creamed it without anything else in it. And you always want to start with your butter at room temperature. And then I'm going to add my very firmly packed golden brown sugar to that, and we're going to just together on high, and we'll cream that together.
I think once before when you taught me how to make cookies around Christmas time, you said that one of the things when you're baking, if it calls for sugar, to really pack it in there.
Brown sugar. Brown sugar is the only thing you want to pack. Exactly right. And you want to use a dry measuring cup for all of your dry ingredients.
I was listening that day.
I remember. We talked about that. And anything that's liquid will be used, you'll use a volume measuring cup for. So I'm going to cream together the golden brown sugar and the butter. And when it's nice and smooth, which will just be in about a second, we'll add our egg, which I already have our vanilla combined in there too.
Okay.
So go ahead and you can put that right in. Now, the key with this particular cookie is that once you've made the batter, you can portion them out onto your baking sheet, and in this case I'm using a Silpat to line my baking sheet so it's nice and easy to remove. But you want to then refrigerate the cookie for about a half hour, an hour. Okay. Otherwise, the cookie will tend to melt down completely because there's a lot more of what we call a liquefier in this recipe, meaning things that cause moistness. Look at those cookies over there.
They look moist.
Yeah, they look extremely moist because there's not a lot of dry ingredients really holding them together that don't do much when they're baked. Okay, we're going to add our flour now, which is combined with our baking soda and our baking powder. And the reason we're using both is to make sure that we get a little bit of a rise in our cookie, and the baking powder acts as insurance for that.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll whisk that in. If your ingredients are measured out, and you always want to measure everything before you start baking, then the actual baking process doesn't, as far as putting it together, doesn't take very long. All right, now we add the golden goodness. Are you ready for this?
No, there's a little more. Do you care?
Oh yeah, no, go for it. Yes,
Okay.
I do care.
There.
Glad you saw that. Thank you. Yeah, if you don't measure your ingredients exactly, then you're going to end up with a really tough cookie. Not too.
A tough cookie.
Or you might end up with something that just, like I said, completely just covers your baking sheet and there's nothing left. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add a combination of our honey roasted peanut crunch and our Dutch chips. And the recipe I give you online, you can do it with milk chocolate chips too if you want, but I got to tell you, the butterscotch chip,
they're awesome.
It's the way to go.
Okay. And so this is what we're talking about too. It's this honey roasted peanut crunch, not to be confused with the vanilla and almond crunch.
Or the Appalicious crunch, or the pumpkin pecan crunch. Okay, so yeah, the slogan for the company is, which flavor are you? Because everybody has a flavor. And
all of them, what is me?
Well, that's a good thing. And so the funny part is that we say I'm vanilla or I'm pumpkin or I'm peanut. We don't say I like. So then this is what the batter looks like, and we just portion this out. And what do you think of that cookie?
I just got a butterscotch
Bite?
chip. Really good. It's that perfect blend of soft but still has a really nice, crispy bottom to it.
Yep.
It's like that perfect combination.
And you get a little bit of salt from the granola and from the which is always great with your sweet.
This
always
is
great.
probably the best cookie I've had in a long time.
I told you. See, I saved the best for last.
You did. I wanted to eat your prop earlier. So if you would like to take classes from Laura, you can find out more information by simply giving her a call at the number you see on your screen. It's 480-460-2101. And you can also find the recipes today on abc15.com under the food tab. And all of the granola is available at Fry's.
No, AJ's Fine Foods, Whole Foods, Downtown Public Market, Tempe Farmer Market, Queen Creek Olive Mill, Chloe's Corner, Sweet Basil Gourmet, all over. And you can find it in Texas and Central Markets. You can find it online.
Perfect. All right. Straight ahead, a sneak preview of a performance featuring a local fashion designer.